Singapore unveils one of world's largest floating solar panel platforms. Now, it unveiled one of the world's largest floating solar panel farm, which can produce enough electricity to power the island's 5 water treatment plants. So, the project is part of efforts by the country to meet a goal of quadrupling, that is 4 times, quadrupling its solar energy production by 2025 to help tackle climate change. Located on a reservoir in western Singapore, the 60 megawatt peak solar photovoltaic farm has been built by a wholly owned subsidiary of Sembcorp Industries. Now that's the news. Let's just get into detail. As you can see, the location of Singapore, Malaysia, and neighboring is Singapore. And this is the solar panel, floating solar panel farm. A very wonderful technology, marvelous technology. Let's try to understand what it is and how significant it is. Singapore city is located at the southern tip of the Malaya Peninsula. What are floating solar plants? It refers to the deployment of photovoltaic panel that is to the photovoltaic panel that is there on the surface of water body. They are a viable alternate to land-based solar arrays. So actually, the solar plants, as you know, occupy big space because they need to have these panels. They are stretched over entire vast area of land if you want a bigger plant. While solar energy seems to be holding the promising energy in the future, and also going to be a very major source of renewable energy. And we also feel that it is underutilized as far as we are concerned. So it needs to be tapped on a greater scale. And solar plants now are also in terms of floating. Now this takes care of the issues that are arising because of land. So they are a viable alternative to land-based solar arrays. Singapore unveiled its floating solar panel farms. So what is this? As you can see, it is a floating farm, a wonderful view. As you can see, all the panel array, a panel have been laid out on the water, and like a farm, a floating farm kind of thing. So overcoming the best alternative, land-based solar panel arrays. Basic aim behind it was to fulfill the target of quadrupling its solar energy production by 2025. So there was a resolution, there was a target set by the Singapore government that by 2025 they will multiply by 4 times the present solar energy production. And so they are on the way and on the journey to reach their target by 2025. This is an effort as a part of that roadmap to go to reach 2025 to quadruple the solar energy production compared to what they are doing now. The following step was taken keeping in mind of the climate change. Now, what is the triggering factor and what is the most important coupling factor? Climate change. So, because as you know, the climate change is bringing in a lot of global warming, radiation issues, and also a lot of solar energy going untapped, unused. So there was this reason. So in order to keep pace with this and also to keep in mind of the climate change, a new concept called floating solar panel farms have been floated and installed. And it gives a very, very effective solar energy utilization. This panel is capable of providing enough electricity to power the island's 5 water treatment plants, making it one of the few countries in the world that have a great water treatment system fully powered by sustainable energy. So it is, in a way, in the world's first, providing enough electricity to the island's 5 water treatment plants, making it one of the few countries in the world to have a water treatment system fully powered by sustainable energy. Renewable energy is a challenge for Singapore because the country has no rivers and also there is no river to produce the electricity. And wind is also not that strong to power the turbines because it's a small island, stretch of land. Thus, with the setting up of the floating solar farm, the authorities seek to change that notion. So this tropical country has turned into solar power. And since it has little land space equal to half the size of Los Angeles, the country has decided to set up energy plants off its coast and on reservoirs. So it is as small as the size of that of Los Angeles in the USA. Yet it is a country, and in that the country has decided to set up energy plant off its coast. So it cannot harness the wind energy. It cannot also power have the rivers to produce hydroelectricity. So the only alternative is having this floating solar farms. Then, since it is this island nation is threatened by the rising sea levels as a result of the climate change. Now, this is the most triggering, compelling factor. Because of the climate change, rising levels of the sea threatening to inundate the Singapore shores. So that is that may pose a great problem because of the floods and rising levels of the sea due to climate change, melting of the glacial climates, melting of the rivers, and sudden floods, flash floods, and rising sea levels. These are all phenomena as a consequence to the global warming and also as much as the climate change, which we have been all talking about. So the country is aware of urgency to cut down the emissions. So you see, if you have chlorofluorocarbons, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen peroxide, and many other such gases, carbon monoxide, industrial combustion, all this producing, and this will further add to the emissions, carbon emissions, and as a result, it will further cause damage to the climate, and again, there will be corresponding increase in the rising sea level. So, in order to cut down the emission, so no emission, no warming, no melting, no rising sea, no inundation of the island nation. So this is the sequence. So the country is aware of the urgency to cut down the emission so that the warming doesn't take place, and as a result, the sea levels do not rise. In the light, the government of Singapore unveiled several green plans, that is the environmental, ecologically sustainable plans, or called green plans, including the steps like building more charging points to encourage the electric car uses, reducing the amount of waste sent to landfills, and planting more trees. So this is the one. So more charging points to encourage. That's because they want to not only cut down emission, because all other forms of energy produces what? Carbon emission. Any energy that is a renewable energy sources, conventional energy sources, produce huge amounts of emission. As a result, that is causing this climate change and rising sea levels. So the green plans include not to have any combustion, not to have any kind of emission. So the best is electric points, to have encourage electric car users so that there is no pollution at all. Only you should create more charge points so that the cars can go to 300 to 400 kilometers, and then like the petrol depots that we have now, the retail outlets, likewise we can have electric car charging outlets. The country also has the target to increase its solar energy use by 4 times, amounting to 2% of the power needs of the country by 2025, and then to 3% by 20. So 2% by 2025 and 2030, 3% of the total energy meeting through the requirement of this kind of floating solar panel farms. So this is the largest floating, very effective, economical, and also very cheaper way and very efficient way. And it is the future source of energy, the energy of the future. In a sense, in future, we will be only having this electrical form of energy. We can have perhaps fusion energy by hydrogen, and this can contain many of the emissions and also make the environment ecologically sustainable, and also reduce the harm and thereby minimize the climate change adverse effects. So that is the importance of this floating solar panel farms. So largest solar project in India is located where? So the floating solar PV project is installed Mudasarvalova reservoir in Visakhapatnam. So this is already there in our this, but it may not be of a bigger size like the one that we have in Singapore.